Hey everybody, Mitch Deskis here with Organo Gold, and tonight we're going to talk about how to present the opportunity. I have people in my organization right now asking me how to present. And obviously, it's pretty scary to go out there and present the opportunity if you're not comfortable with it. And guys, I got to tell you, even when I was going out there and presenting, I was nervous. And that's okay. You're going to be nervous. I'm going to let you know right now. It's going to take some time before you get comfortable presenting. But over time, when you continue to present, when you continue to go out there and present the opportunity, it's going to get a lot easier. You're gonna add in your own personality. You're not going to be a robot like some of us are when we first go out there and present it, because we're looking at the presentation, we're reading it word for word. We're not giving any personality to it, and that's really important. So just know that even going out there and presenting, yes, it's going to be scary. Yes, you're going to be nervous. But don't worry about it, because the more you present, the more you're going to learn more about it. Even when people say no, just know that you got practice presenting it. I always tell people, when people ask me, they said, well, don't you get discouraged when people say no about the opportunity? I said no, because I got practice presenting the opportunity. I thank that person for allowing me to spend 30, 45 minutes presenting the opportunity. So guys, don't be scared to go out there and present. If you have to present in front of the mirror, say 20 times before you go out there and do it, that's fine. Get a feel of how it works for you, because everybody's presentation is going to be different. But the reason why I'm going to share mine is because I know I've had great success with the way I present it. So I'm going to break down exactly how I present the opportunity. I'm not only going to show you how I present, but I'm going to tell you why exactly I present the way that I do. So first off, whenever I sit down with an individual, I always ask about themselves. I always want them to tell me about themselves. One, it's obviously courteous. You want to get to know that person. You want to build the relationship before you talk about a business opportunity. Because more than likely, if they understand you, they know you're a generous and kind person, they're more than likely going to get involved rather than you come in there and say, hey, this is the business opportunity, blah, blah, blah. They want to connect. You got to connect with somebody before you present the opportunity. So always ask about themselves first. Because, like I said, not only are you going to build the relationship, but you're going to find some hot spots that you can obviously plug into throughout the presentation. I have a lot of people who tell me that they want to be financially free, they want to help their friends out, their parents out, things like that. That is a hot spot right there. The reason why they want to get involved in something pretty big. So once they've told me about themselves, I then proceed to tell them about myself. I tell them I've been in the fitness industry for over 4 years. I've been a personal trainer for 3 years. And then I ask them if they've ever heard of Herbalife and Advocare. More than 95% have said yes, and I've spoken with over 600 people, and about 95 to 97% have said they've heard of Herbalife, if not more. And the reason why I ask that is because I give a few examples. I tell them, I was thinking about getting involved in Herbalife and Advocare, but coming from a guy who's in the fitness industry, I had to ask myself a few questions. One, Herbalife's been around for 33 years. It's going to be tough for me to get involved now and build a big business. I'm not saying it's impossible for people out there who are in Herbalife. I'm not saying that at all. But it's going to be a little bit more difficult going out there and trying to build something that so many people already know about. Two, I had to ask myself, not like we just said, not everybody works out. And not everybody drinks protein shakes. They want to be healthy. And then I had to ask myself, how long will they drink that product? Because obviously my residual income is tied into how long they're going to drink it. So I had to ask myself these questions. And then obviously I asked them, they obviously want to know about the company. And I tell them, the company's Organo Gold. We've been around for 5 years. We're exploding. We're breaking records within the network marketing company. And then he asked, well, what product do you sell? And I said, I'll give you one hint. 80% of the world population drinks this product every single morning, what is it? Guys, 100% of the time, people say coffee. If not coffee, they say water. And as we know within the presentation, that we know that water is the most consumed beverage, and then obviously coffee is the second most consumed beverage. So I tell them, yes, you're right. You're exactly right. And I said, well, let's talk a little bit about Organo Gold. Now, I obviously bring up the sheet right here, the 5 fastest growing industries within Organo Gold. I said, well, Organo Gold, when they got started, they didn't want to just get in one industry. They wanted to get in, multiple industries that were exploding within the global market. The first one being health and wellness. Did you know that $600 billion is spent every single year, if not more, just on health and wellness? And the reason why we can categorize ourselves in this industry is because what we infuse our product with, and I'll explain that a little bit later. The second industry is home-based business. Did you know that 70% of Americans wish they could work from home? I'm sure you would like to work from home. And obviously you know the tax breaks that come along with working from home. You can basically write off anything that you want. And I tell them the third industry, weight loss. 81% of Americans wished they could lose weight. And again, the reason why we can categorize ourselves in that industry is because what we infuse our product with. The fourth industry is internet. I tell them the internet is extremely, extremely powerful because you're able to connect all over the world. Now, what Organo Gold is going to do is they're going to give you your own website without any hosting or anything like that. And that's going to allow people from all over the world, the 34 countries that we're in, to buy coffee directly from your site. And then I say coffee, obviously a multi-billion-dollar company. Well, let's talk a little bit about the coffee industry. I tell that person, as we know, coffee is not a luxury anymore, it's a necessity. It's a habit. It's the number one habit in the world. People are pretty amazed by that. I say that coffee is the second most consumed beverage behind water. So happens it takes water to make coffee. Coffee is the second most traded commodity behind oil and gas. I talk about that coffee right now is the black gold. Oil and gas at some point in time are going to go away. We're going to have to change our focus from those resources over to an alternative. Coffee's never going to go away. It never is. It's going to continue to expand every single day. 255 million coffee drinkers in North America who consume over 500 million cups of coffee every single day. 500 billion all across the world. And then I ask people, have you ever been able to tap into the coffee industry? There's never been a time in the world, in the history of the world, that you've been able to tap into that market. There's never been a time. You can't go out and invest in or start up your own coffee company, because obviously it takes capital to do that. Millions of dollars, I'm sure, to do that. Even if you want to open up your own Starbucks franchise, it's going to cost millions or so dollars. Million or so dollars. And then I tell them, I turn to the next page of the presentation, the timing of the coffee opportunity. I tell them the reason why it's such a great opportunity right now is what's going on in the world. I'm so thankful for Starbucks because they made it socially acceptable to pay $5 for a cup of coffee, and people will pay that 2, 3, 4, even 5 times a day, and they won't even realize that. They don't understand how much they're spending because it's a habit. It's a habit, and they will continue to buy it no matter what their financial, however their finances are right now. Even if they were broke, they would still buy coffee. It's the last thing to go for them besides food and water. And I talk about how there was another multi-billion-dollar company that saw what Starbucks is doing. They saw they were generating $1 billion every single year, and that company is McDonald's. You saw at one point in time that McDonald's took 70% of their marketing dollars and changed their focus from burgers and fries over to the McCafe. In a 6-quarter period, they generated over $24 billion in revenue just off the McCafe. They actually make more money off their McCafe than they do their food. And then another multi-billion-dollar company, Dunkin' Donuts. We would go in there for the donuts, but now we go in there for the coffee first and the donuts second. They changed their logo from a donut to a cup of coffee. And I ask these people, do you think that these multi-billion dollar companies are dumb, or do they know what's happening here in the coffee industry? Do they want to capture a percent of that pie? Because it's never going to go away. We already discussed that. Coffee will never go away. And obviously we see from these multi-billion dollar companies that it's never going to go away. And then I talk about Ganoderma. I turn to that page and I say the reason why we can categorize ourselves in the fitness and wellness industry is because what we infuse our product with. We infuse all of our products with a mushroom called Ganoderma lucidum. It's an organically grown mushroom over in China. It's actually been grown for over 4,000 years, and it was actually reserved for royalty at some point in time. It's actually the king of all herbs, is what they call it over there, because of all the health benefits that it has. Some of them being it promotes a normal immune function. It promotes stamina and endurance, promotes memory and focus, promotes a healthy digestive system, and it's rich in fibers, minerals, and other nutrients. I give the example that I've been drinking this coffee for over a year. I've been in the business for a month or so, and I've been drinking the coffee for a year, and I have a great testimony. I drink this coffee before I work out. I drink the coffee before I work out because I love the energy that it gives me. I tell them that in our coffee, obviously the boost of energy you receive comes from the Ganoderma. In our cup of coffee, we have only 6 to 8 milligrams of caffeine versus the normal 60 to 100 in other brands. And people love that. And like I said before, what I say when I've been drinking for over a year, I get great energy when I go work out, but I have terrible allergies. And I always give the example of, if it wasn't for the Ganoderma right now in this coffee, I would sound like Darth Vader right now trying to present the opportunity. But as you see, I can obviously breathe, I can talk, so I say that because, I don't want this to be a serious conversation. I want it to be fun. I want it to be, entertaining. I don't want it to just be bland, here's the opportunity, blah blah blah. I want to spice it up. I want to get them involved. I want them to be happy. I want them to laugh. I want them to smile. And that's what I do within the presentation. I flip to the products. And I tell them we have mocha, we have latte, we have black, which is my favorite. We have hot chocolate, we have green tea, we have red tea. We have toothpaste, and we have soap. I hope people are brushing their teeth every day, and I hope people are bathing every day. And I tell them, I said, we're not in the coffee industry. Well, you just said we were. No, we're in the Ganoderma industry. All we've done is we've taken daily habits that people do every day. They drink coffee every day. They drink tea every day. They brush their teeth every day, and they bathe every day. All we've done is we made those habits a little bit healthier. How does that saying go? If you eat an apple a day, the doctor stays away? Well, do we all eat an apple a day? No. That's why this product is so genius. Because you're going to get healthy just by drinking the coffee. These habits. That is what got me involved in this business over Herbalife and everything like that. Because we were still involved in the health industry. It was just targeting it a little bit better, in my opinion. The way that they designed this was extremely powerful than Herbalife and everything like that. Not saying that those are bad products, not at all. But getting the population, the mass population, healthier, the way that they're doing it is a lot simpler than all those other companies because it's a product that people already consume. You don't have to go out there and introduce someone to coffee for the first time. No. People have already heard of coffee. You don't have to explain that to them. And then I flip to the page of the leadership. I tell them, I say, you could have the best product in the world, but if you don't have great leadership, you're never going to go anywhere. Everybody obviously agrees with me. And then I point out, I said, Bernie Chua here, the CEO, the founder, founded our company September 22nd, 2008. Obviously, you know that was the worst part of the recession, but in that quarter, we generated $2 million. 2009, we generated $9 million. And what Mr. Bernie Chua did that really changed the course of our company was he hired Mr. Holton Buggs as our executive vice president of sales. He took us from 9 million to 47 million, from 47 million to 152 million, and from 152 million to over $300 million. And now we're on the verge of getting close to 500 million within our 5th year. The reason why this gentleman is so special is because he's the #1 network marketing income earner in the entire world. You know, over 50 million distributors in the world, this gentleman is #1. So it's safe to say that he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, everybody agrees with me. They're pretty stunned by just that by itself. And then I go into how we get paid. I say, well, now let's obviously get down to business. Let's talk about how we get paid. The first way we get paid is through retail sales. All that means is whenever you invest into the company, you're going to get back your investment in product. Now, you're going to get that product at a wholesale price. And what you can do is you can either sell it by the box or you can sell it by the cup. Now, what's going to happen is when you get, say, a box of the black, you're going to get that for $17. And what you can do is you can sell that for $34, 100% markup. Most network marketing companies, if not all, don't even allow you to 100% mark it up. You can't do that. It's literally impossible because people will not pay that price. But people will pay that for coffee. I give people the story of a guy in Killeen, Texas, who actually got this from David E. Moniti in one of his presentations. A guy in Killeen, Texas, goes to gun shows. He only brings black coffee, and he sells the coffee by the cup. He sells it for $2 to $3, if not more. And remember, it's socially acceptable to pay over $5 for a cup of coffee because of Starbucks. Now, within that weekend period, he generates $4,000 to $6,000 just off coffee sales alone. That really opened my mind up because if someone doesn't want to go out there and build the business like network marketing is supposed to, that's how you build network marketing, is going out and enrolling people. If they don't want to do that, they could still make a substantial amount of income just off selling the coffee. You're your own walking coffee shop. I thought that was pretty incredible. And a lot of people, if not all, agree with me when I tell them about that. The second way to get paid is what's called a fast track bonus. And all that means is whenever you personally enroll someone into the business, you're going to get either $20, $80, or $150 depending on what package they invested into. The third way to get paid is what's really the most lucrative way to get paid in our business, and that's called the dual team. And that's how every network marketing company is set up. Looks like a pyramid. It's not. Don't think of it like that at all. It's not. I tell people, look at the example. You're at the top right here. Let's say it takes you 30 days to get 2 people. It's not going to take you that long because you're working with me, but let's say it takes you 30 days. Okay. Let's say it takes those 2 people to enroll 2 as well in 30 days. If you go at the snail pace of 2 people in 30 days, in a 12-month period, your organization will have over 4,096 coffee drinkers in their organization. Now, what Organo Gold says is if those individuals buy the minimum amount of coffee of $50, which is the mocha, the black, the latte, your business will have done $204,000 that month. Now, what Organo Gold is going to do is they're going to pay you 20% of that. Not a mathematician, but that's a little over $40,000 that you made that month. You could make $40,000 in a year from now, but you're not going to go that slow. Guys, it's a cheat sheet. It tells you what to do. That's what I tell everybody. It's a cheat sheet. Use it to your advantage. Don't try to go out and complicate the process at all. It's there. It's done for you. And then I tell them the fourth way to get paid. The uni-level bonus. And all that means is, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Basically what that means is your residual income. So everybody in your business is going to have to buy coffee because why? If they don't, they're what? They're out of business. So they have to continue to buy coffee whether or not they're a customer or they're a distributor. Now what Organo Gold is going to do is they're on the right hand side under you have percent. You have 9 levels. What those levels represent is a level that that person comes in at. So you have the first level, your dual team, at 5%. I tell people to buy the minimum amount of coffee of $100 every month. Obviously you can buy more if you want, but just buy $100 worth. That gives you 2 black, 2 latte, and 2 mocha. What that's going to happen is you're going to get paid $5 just off that. That's 2 people, you make $5 off. Go down second level, that's 5%. Third level, 5%. Fourth level, 4%. Go all the way down 9 levels, you get 1%. Now, who's to say that I even know who's underneath my 4th level? Probably I don't know who they are, personally. But I'll still be getting paid whether or not I know them. And that's what's so incredibly powerful about Organo Gold. And this is my favorite way to earn income is through this. Because every month people are going to have to buy coffee. We're in the coffee industry. So depending on how much they buy, I get a percent of it. And this is really what's going to set you up for generational wealth. Is because people buy coffee every month. They will continue to buy coffee every month. They could get people to be customers. They could get, restaurants to buy it in bulk. It doesn't matter. You're going to get a percent. And that's really what I talk about because I don't get into any other levels or anything like that. I don't talk about anything else. The thing I'll talk about next is obviously the Mercedes-Benz. People obviously like that. I tell them, by chance, do you want a new car? Well, most of them, if not all, will say, yeah. And I say, well, how does a Mercedes sound? The company is going to pay for your Mercedes based off what leadership role you're a part of. Now, the first leadership role in our company is called Sapphire. Now, in Sapphire, that's between 14,000 in volume to 40,000. Now, you have to qualify 2 months in a row for that, but that's still good. Now, the company's going to pay you $400 on top of whatever they pay you for all the other ways to get paid. And then the second level's Ruby. Ruby's 40,000 to 80,000. They're going to pay you $600. Emerald is 80,000 to 200,000. They're going to pay you $800. And Diamond is 200,000 to 500,000, and they're going to pay you $1,000 every single month. That's going to show up in your back office whether or not you want it. And you can go out there and you can lease it, you can buy it, you can pay cash, whatever you want, but they're still going to pay you the money for your car. So guys, that's really how I present the opportunity. Obviously, I go into the packages. I tell them about it. I tell them obviously the bronze $225. I show them how much of the product they receive. Your investment is going to come back with the product that you receive. So the more you invest, obviously the more product you receive in return. So it's pretty simple, guys. I personally would watch David E. Monetier's presentation in Holton Bugs. David E. Monetier. I watch every single one of his videos. The way I present right now is through just watching his videos. Because guys, we know if we want to be successful, not just in this business but in life, you have to duplicate someone else's success that you want. David Imonitie, Crown Diamond. He's going to be a Crown ambassador soon. He's making $200,000, $300,000 a month. If I want to get to that level, I need to present just like he does. I need to go out there and build a business just like he does. I need to do exactly what he does every single time. So that's exactly what I've done, guys. I presented it multiple, hundreds of times, going out there presenting to anybody I could, prospecting every single day, going out there. I do the 4 questions. I go up to somebody and say it's somebody in a Starbucks. Say for instance I just got finished with a meeting at a Starbucks and now I see somebody who I could go up and talk with. I spark up a conversation. I say, by chance, do you or anybody you know drink coffee or tea occasionally? 100% of the time I say yes. I ask them, well, what kind of coffee do you drink? Do you drink it black or with cream or sugar? They're going to tell me. I ask them, well, what brand do you drink? They'll tell me what brand. And I'll say, well, when was the last time X brand paid you a commission to either drink their coffee or to refer someone to their brand? Well, never. And then depending on what coffee that they like, say they like the black, I would then hand them a black sachet and I would say, well, here's the coffee that pays. Guys, it works every time. That's extremely powerful. You give someone 9/10 of the law is possession. You give them the product in their hand. Now, if they're a coffee drinker, they're going to drink the coffee. They're going to give it a try. So all you need to do is to ask them, can I give you a call tomorrow and ask how you liked it and how it made you feel? That's it, guys. That's all you got to do. Give them a call the next day and ask them those questions. They're going to like it more than likely. They will like the product, they're going to want to buy it, and they're going to want to know how you made money off of it. And then that's exactly how you go into presenting the opportunity to somebody else. It's extremely simple, guys. The only thing that's going to stop you from being successful in this business is if you don't go out there and take action. Now, what I would suggest everybody in my organization or anybody that watches this video is to go out and purchase Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That is the greatest book you could read. Personal self-development is the biggest thing that you need to focus on. Because if you can't build the image in your mind of this opportunity, if you can't see yourself being successful, you will never be successful. See, guys, right now, I imagine myself as a diamond right now. I imagine myself making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. Is it happening right now? No. But if I concede in my mind that I am that person, eventually it'll have to come true. It'll eventually come to the physical reality. And that's exactly what you need to do, guys. Build your business in your mind. Build it in your mind. Imagine yourself as the person that you want to become. If you were to become a millionaire, or when you become a millionaire, how are you going to act? How are you going to carry yourself? How are you going to present, and how are you going to talk? Because if you speak the way that a millionaire speaks, you will become a millionaire. You have to understand that. You have to know that you need to become that person now. It's not going to happen overnight, of course not. But you need to be the person first. You got to go out there and do the work, and eventually you will have everything that you desire, that you want to do. So guys, I hope this is an informative video. I hope this is going to help you out in some way or fashion. I'm always here for my team or anyone else. I'm going to continue to do other videos to help anyone out there, because I know what it's like, to feel helpless in this industry. Luckily, I have a great mentor that's guided me to getting out there and building the business properly. Again, guys, my name is Mitch Deskis, and I hope this was informative. I hope everyone has a great day.